semesa rokodugini left to right. Henry Slade and Anthony Watson are set to star for England this autumn. Credit Canterbury ahead of the autumn internationals. 3 England rugby stars tell us about Eddie Jones and his coaching methods. How's the spirit in camp? Henry Slade very high. The week at our training camp in Portugal was good. Anthony Watson Nikazi Akwe has been providing a lot of entertainment. His head is completely in the clouds. He's a very laid-back guy. With the way the game is evolving, do you guys see yourselves as specialist backs anymore, or is it about being as versatile as you can be? What does Eddie Jones want from you? Does he want you focusing on a particular position, or I think ultimately he just wants us to be the best players we can be? Eddie is cool with us playing in other positions. Obviously with me playing back at Bath and Slade playing in other positions at Exeter, I think he just wants us to become better all-round players. So he wants all-rounders. Ben Henry Slade, I think so. At the start of the season, and in pre-season, I was playing a bit at fly half. But I think Eddie sees me more as a centre here. So I said to him, if they Exeter want me to play at fly half, is that going to affect me here? And he said, absolutely not. As Anthony said, just being a better rugby player is all he is interested in. If I was playing well at 10, he said he would still happily pick me at centre. Or I think so. It's not as easy anymore, with the way teams defend these days with massive line speed, to get the ball to the edge. The days of wingers being able to sit on their wings and score 3 tries a game are gone. You have to actively go searching for it. But also be smart in terms of where you go searching for it. It's not a case of wingers just flying off their wings and getting in the middle of phase play. You've got to understand when to do it. I think that is the way the game is evolving. The more the back 3 can get their hands on the ball, the better for the team, because more often than not they're the most dangerous runners. Eddie Jones issues instructions at England's training camp in Portugal. Credit Dan Mullingetty images semesa rokodugini. Yes, he is very clear. He wanted me to look at my defensive positioning and stuff like that. My work rate, coming in off the wing, looking for those inside balls or outside balls from the 9s and 10s. To get myself more involved in the game rather than hugging the touchline and waiting for the ball to come to me. In terms of the kicking game, I need to chase well. And Eddie wants us to be more dominant when it comes to 11 contests. Senior, yes, he wants that to be an option too. Are we heading towards total rugby where everyone can do everything reasonably and you all float around switching positions? Or obviously, you don't want your wingers stepping up into a fly half role, but you want them to be competent at doing a lot of other stuff as well. Anthony, it's often said that you will end up at back for England. Is that how you see it? Or every time I have a conversation with Eddie, he just refers to me as back 3. I've said it many times before, but the positions are so interchangeable these days. It's only going to benefit me long term that I've played wing at international level and then back at the club and stuff like that. I'm more than comfortable to continue how it's been going. Watson in action during England training. Credit Dan Mullingetty images. Since I began playing the Premiership, I think just getting game time was the important thing. For me to break into the first team at Exeter, centre was the best position for me. I got a lot of game time there. I don't really mind where I'm playing 10, 12, 13, 15. I'm easy. Or hell, give us our main game plan in a team environment. But all the extra stuff, looking at our opposite men, the ways in which they might counter-attack, or opportunities for us to counter-attack, the onus is on the player, and I think that's the right way to do it. You can dig up little things like what foot they like to step off, or what foot they kick with. If you haven't played against them many times before, you want to know whether they like to carry or if they're a ball player. But yeah, like Tony says, the main preparation is done as a team. The competition for places is pretty fierce. With guys like Johnny May and Jack Noel out injured, how important is it to seize your opportunity if you get one this year? Semesa Senior, I think right now the only thing I can focus on is my performance. Like you said, there is massive competition. Jack is coming back, Denny Solomona, Elliot Daly can play wing, Anthony Watson, or did you need to say Watson? I'm right here mate. Very formal at Bath, with Eddie wanting you to improve your defense. How satisfying was it to put in that try-saving tackle against Benetton in the Champions Cup a few weeks ago? Semesa Eddie was in the stands. It was the pivotal moment of the match. Senior, well, I had to cover for Anthony because he missed a tackle. Or he's talking rubbish. Listen, you need to that back. Senior, but no, you always want a perfect game, not just defensively, but all the small things. especially when a coach like Eddie is in. Canterbury is the official kit partner to England Rugby.